Hi, and thank you so much for tuning in for your September Written in the Stars Horoscope. I'm Madeline if we haven't met before, and if you're back, thank you so much. So, this month, astrologically speaking, we've got some pretty big shadow aspects to work with. Pluto, the planet of power and transformation, will finish up his retrograde this month, going direct on September 28th. So that means that this month, because he's the planet of, the underworld, of secrets, of death and rebirth, it's a perfect month to really think about uncovering and unpacking uncomfortable truths or things that you've been hiding from yourself, especially if they've been keeping you resistant to doing what you feel that you need to do, or that you've been kind of resisting a necessary evolution. Pluto is all about getting intimate with our fears and our desires, and he shows us that doing our shadow work really keeps us from doing shady work. So to hear more about what this Pluto direct aspect is doing for you, you can check out your horoscope on my blog, writteninthestars.co. So this month, as usual, I'll be doing your horoscope, a story of your month, followed by a fiercely focused spread to give you some really concrete action steps to take to make the most of the month. I really appreciate you. I hope if you like this video that you will like it, and subscribe if you want more, and I hope that this gives you a really magical month and a beautifully resonant reading. Now, without further ado, on to your reading.
Hey, Aries. Let's see. Wow. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Okay. Alright, Aries. Spirit's going like wild over here. So they're obviously excited to talk. I was already getting some impressions while I was meditating on your energy before I turned the camera on. Feeling like there's some hesitation to go on a new adventure, which is unlike you. But then, of course, here pops out this Hanged Man to say, yeah, there might be a little bit of a waiting period here. Might be a little bit of an adjustment period. So let's see. Wow. What's going on for Aries? What does Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know their highest good this month? And if you haven't been here before, Aries, I do turn any cards that come in reversed right side up because I'm an intuitive reader, so I pay attention to what Spirit gives me regarding the reading and interpret it that way versus, say, reversed versus upright. And I really turn them right side up so that you can use your own intuition to know, to be able to see the figures clearly. Wow. And listen to your own intuition, what you hear from your own higher self and guides. Beautiful. There you are, Aries. Fiery. And that was another word that Spirit was using as I was concentrating on you for this month is, wow, is charisma. That's one of your unique gifts. Beautiful. That you have this natural exuberance. You're the sign of the child, the sign of the initiator. And you have this wonderful way of showing the rest of us how to do it. You go first. You're willing to go first. Okay. Wow. I guess you needed an extra card. Whatever you say, Spirit. Let's make a space right here. Okay. And there you have it. The cherry on top. All right. Just make sure you can see everything here. Okay. So Aries, of course, these are general readings, so some messages are going to resonate more than others, and I say that because I'm about to tell you that I feel that for some of you, you are making that important distinction this month, some of you having an important conversation and cutting off a situation that was not serving you, a situation where you weren't receiving when you've been giving a lot, or alternatively, for some of you, it's like this had become a dead end. It's not anybody's necessarily their fault. It's just like maybe there's I'm feeling like a lack of communication. And that's why it's like somebody needs to be the Page of Swords, and often that is you, Aries, who has to come right out and tell the truth, even if it comes off a little awkward. Even if everybody goes, oh my God, like, did you just say that right now? You know how to do that. I feel for a lot of you, you've been hanging around for a while waiting. You've been waiting, you've been weighing your options, Spirit is saying, trying to see if a change in perspective changed anything. I feel like some of you have been really like hesitating. And, you know, the Hanged Man is a card of wisdom. So I don't want you to think anything negative when I say hesitating, because sometimes it's very reasonable to spend some time really assessing how things are, especially when, as it has been for many of you, you've been undergoing such a dramatic transitional period. For many of you, I feel that you're walking away and there's a really beautiful offer on the other side of that. Now, again, these are general readings, Aries, but Spirit is saying some of you, this may even be like a temporary walking away. It may be like, I need to go right now and figure myself out, refill my own cups. But for a lot of you, I'm feeling that there is someone kind of summoning you toward these cards. There's an offering, and it's quite, Spirit is using the word seductive, a seductive offering. I mean, check out this guy, right? Like half naked, or rather fully naked, riding a dragon, like offering you up that serpent, that seductive symbol. However, I feel though, Aries, it's like you're also carrying a lot on your back this month. A lot of you, Spirit just said, like, you know, falling in line, getting into formation. And I feel like for some of you that's literal military, and for others of you it's like you've recognized that you've maybe fallen out of a certain routine or a certain practice or ritual that really gives you your backbone, that really offers you a structure and discipline that helps you get your ass in gear. But I feel like, you know, Aries, sometimes you can leap into something with full force and it can lead to burning out, because you know, you've got all the energy, you've got all the initiative, but sometimes follow through or pacing yourself can be a little bit of a problem. So I want to say, for a lot of you, don't, if as much as possible, because, you know, we're all human and life is life, try not to pile so many things on your plate, or at least to take them all on your own. You know, ask for help, ask for input, hire help for some of you. If it's like, oh my God, this really is just getting over my head, you know, maybe I can outsource this one little thing. Or instead of, you know, I'm going to drop the laundry off at the laundromat, and for the first time ever, I'm going to pay them to like wash and fold it, because it's going to save me 3 hours and I have all this other stuff to do, and maybe it can even make me some money. Or really, I'm feeling for a lot of you, you're practicing, you're working on something that you want to make you money. Like you are honing your craft, like you are sitting at the workman's table, hammering this out, figuring this out. And this is a gift of yours, a talent. The Queen of Wands, which is, I'm feeling you in this spread, the Queen of Wands, and you can be a male Queen of Wands. Court cards have nothing to do with gender and much more to do with personality types. And the Queen of Wands is like the creative queen, the charismatic, confident, warm, naturally attractive, and I mean that in like every sense of the word. People are drawn to her because she's like this light, she's this flame. And notice the little black cat at her feet. I mean, she's magical and she's a natural. She can also, Spirit is saying in this case, like maybe even there's a little bit of an air of mystery that you want to cultivate. Now that is specific and interesting, but that's what they just said. So for some of you, that is very applicable, because maybe you can tend to put a lot of yourself out there into the world, and maybe it needs to be like, okay, like let's have this, let's be the best of yourself, Aries. Let's show our best face, our strongest face, because often it's like, Spirit is saying, okay, I know this is like funny, but kind of a fake it till you make it situation for some of you. You know, you may not be feeling as magical as you would like to, maybe because you're under stress, maybe because things are still coalescing and you're not exactly sure where you stand. But Spirit wants you to know, it's like life is quite a lot like surfing. You know, you don't, you know, people often will use the symbol of like a mountain, which is a really great symbol and everything. But here's the thing is like mountains are stationary and there's a top. You know, there's a definitive top and a bottom. And life really isn't like that. I say surfing only because it's the closest thing I can think of, because life is always changing. You know, as much as we want to think, okay, now I know what's happening, now there are rules, you know, this is my job, this is my relationship, these are my friends, this is my daily life. And then, you know, life just changes things. Oh, someone's pregnant, or oh, someone's fired, or whatever. And life is turned upside down. We are turned upside down and forced to reassess the situation. And for you, Spirit is saying, please be reassured that what you are transitioning out of, there is a beautiful replenishment. Like a beautiful replenishment out there for you. Tarot is not fatalistic, so your free will is always in play. You can get to make the choice of whether or not you'd like to go out and have that. But it's there for you. Spirit really wants you to hone your skills this month. They're saying, like, there is money for it. Your hard work and effort will yield money. And I'm feeling for some of you that perhaps you are seeking or lacking even, that's a word they're giving me for some of you, mentorship. You might need to talk to a teacher or enroll in a class, or maybe for some of you it might be like I miss church or temple and I want to go back because, you know, I'm looking for that kind of spiritual nourishment. I was going to use the word sucker, but then I realized like some people might think I mean like sucker, like durr sucker, and totally not what I mean. It's just a good word. Kind of a nerd here, sorry about that. Okay. And honestly, for some of you, I mean, because the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant are here. They are two of the mystics of the Tarot. So that's why I'm saying for some of you it could be spiritual or religious, like church or temple, or even this could be why you find yourself on YouTube looking at tarot readings and things like that, because you're feeling like this pull to get like a spiritual diagnostic, right? The reason they're telling me this is that this figure, or these people that you model or listen to or engage with on ideally engage with like on a personal level, like maybe a teacher again, or a mentor, or someone, a counselor, this person can help you out with opening you up to financial opportunities. And specifically, this is very specific, they're saying for some of you it's purely you may not even go into this looking to get paid for it, but there's like a reset or realignment coming around your mindset. And when you realign your mindset, things on the outside respond. It's just one of those universal laws, you know, as above, so below, as within, so without. The more you open up and get excited and optimistic and open to possibilities, it's like the more they have the ability to flow in. It's not a, you know, reward and punishment system where like, oh, okay, well, you don't deserve it because you were not open to it. No, it's more like, you know, if you think of your crown chakra, the opening at the top of your head, like, and okay, right now it's like, no, I don't think anything's possible. I'm not sure how that could ever happen to me. I don't even have any options like that. My job only pays me this much. No way. Your channel stays closed. It's kind of like your way, your frequency speaks to the universe, and the universe speaks back with the same frequency, because they're not going to barge into your life and say, hey, we're going to wrench you open and give you this. There are some rare cases where that happens, but that's for people who, like, you know, hit their head in a motorcycle accident and suddenly they can see ghosts. But for 99% of the time, It's like, okay, if you're close to that, okay, we understand. You're not ready for that. You're not feeling that. You're going to vibrate at this frequency until you're ready to move on. That's cool with us because we love you unconditionally and you got to do what you got to do. Now, when you take that little bit of, and it's a risk, but that is your specialty, Aries, a brave risk to say, you know what, I'm open to it. Maybe I don't even know what it is. Maybe I don't even know how it's going to happen, but this would be amazing, and like, I'm going to work for it. So I'm going to start practicing. I'm going to learn this skill, and then maybe the job will present itself. You open up the energetic channel. You're saying like, yes, you know what, I'm ready for it. Like, I'm getting ready for it. I'm taking all the steps. I'm taking the action. I'm acting as if, and you pull it in. So Spirit is again literally talking about your skills and your work and showing me like you working hard this month. And your charisma, your attitude is important. People are noticing you. That's what I'm feeling. You're in the spotlight in some way. A lot of you in September, like on stage or making a speech. That's what they're telling me. No wonder you feel a little bit of pressure. Some of you is like, this is big. This is important. If there's a gift that you want to be recognized for, or a talent that you want to be recognized for, this would be a wonderful month to capitalize on it, to work at it, to practice it, and then to show it. Spirit is using the phrase, be generous. And this is very similar to the opening of your energetic channel. When you give, you know, as they say, you receive. And Spirit is saying if some of you can offer this talent or skill to people you know really need it, or to an organization, there is replenishment coming. And what they're saying is, for some of you, it could be in unexpected ways. Like, you know, you just show up to do a little service for, you know, you sign up to do first aid, or you sign up to help out and sort clothes at a homeless shelter, or, you know, soup kitchen, whatever happens. And you happen to connect with somebody who is hiring somebody or looking for someone with your particular skills, or is offering the job that you want. Your generosity and the value you put in will be returned, so offer value. That's what they're saying. And again, for some of you, they're saying this mentor or this teacher, it's a wise move to counsel with someone. So again, whether it's school, church, holy figure, therapist, tarot reader, astrologer, or just a friend who gives wonderful and empathic, intuitive advice, tune in this month. There's a lot of transitions for you, but if you notice, and I love this, the reading really transitions, and it's almost as if this moon card came in to like exactly bisect it. Because, you know, notice there's confusion, there's some like harsh truth telling, there's some walking away, and like burdens and structures. And then here's this moon, right? And then everything brightens up considerably. Everything opens up considerably. So nourish yourself and others this month, Aries, and when you nourish others, you will be nourished in return. That's what I'm feeling. When you offer up your skills, they will be appreciated. Just don't overburden yourself on the way to enhancing those skills. Okay, so now let's look at your Fiercely Focused spread. Let's get those action steps. I like this because I feel like it kind of ties your reading together with some concrete, you know, things that you can do. So if you haven't seen this before, Aries, this is just where I pick a card to, first of all, get like a theme, a climate for your month. September 2017 for Aries. Wow. Okay. So, I'm going to take this guy on the top. That's pretty much your card, Aries. The Fool. Like I said, that initiating energy, that child, that leap of faith energy. He wasn't in your reading, but that leap of faith energy was all over it. The Fool is not the idiot. The Fool is the optimistic beginner. The one who is going to, as you can see, walk over the cliff And everybody around him might be looking at him like, wow, what a fool. Look at that guy. He's going to walk right over that cliff. He's not even looking. He's just blithely walking over. What an idiot. But the truth is, he can see this glass bridge that the rest of us can't. If he trusts his intuition, if he follows his faith like Spirit is asking for you, if you do what you know that you love, the skill, the life, the finances that you want to cultivate, you got to be brave and take the risk. That's what you're meant for. I'm not telling you to, you know, sell your house and move to an island or anything like that. But for some of you, it's like, go ahead, put yourself out there. Go ahead and share the warmth and the magic and the charisma that is you on the level that you've been considering doing it. Share your gifts, be open, don't care what anybody else thinks, because again, a specialty of yours. Okay. So now, let's look at your money, your resources, and your health. What does Aries need to know about the earthly aspect this month? September, Spirit, for their highest good. What does Aries need to know about money, finances, the earthly element of things? Beautiful. Beautiful. Couldn't ask for a nicer card. Did Spirit not give you enough indicators of, hey, if you want to work on your finances, it's going to pay off. If you want to hone your skills, you can be sitting very pretty. And they're giving me again that word mentor as I look at this. So for some of you, that mentor could be, look, I've been thinking about like getting a financial advisor or talking to somebody at the bank about something. Go for it. Get the expert advice. There's not a lot of things more crucial than your resources. And you know, let's not mince words, Aries. You like a little bit of status. You like a little bit of looking cool and looking flashy. So you can do a lot for your bank this week. I'm sorry, this month. I'm like so late that I'm like, oh my God, it's a week. I'm excited for you. I feel like be savvy. I feel like think long term. And that's why you had that Knight of Pentacles, kind of slow and steady wins the race. Practice, sit down, hone your skills. It will definitely, no pun intended, amount to something. Okay. So now, let's see what's going on in your head, Aries, in September. What is Aries thinking about? What's the mental climate? What are they dealing with when it comes to speaking and listening, writing, communicating in the month of September? What's on their mind? Okay, very much in line with that walk away card, which, you know, the Fool is also taking a stroll into a new adventure. Some of you are processing that heartbreak, that feeling that something was, what Spirit is saying specifically is like, I thought this was happening and now it's just not. It's not materializing and it's painful. You are kind of plagued by some difficult thoughts, and that's why for some of you it's like, okay, you know what, I've tried and tried, and this person really isn't returning the favor. And it's hard. I find it really interesting here. You know, the thunder, clouds, and rain, very blatant image in this Three of Swords, and then the sun rising in this Fool card. Things are changing for you, Aries, and this transition is a positive one. You saw it in the reading before. The Fool is always a good sign of a new chapter, a clean slate. So, you know, you don't want to live too much in your head this month, is what Spirit is saying. You want to get in your body a little bit. Get into like, okay, you know what, I'm starting to think about this a lot or worry about this or that a lot. I'm going to go outside and go for a walk, or I'm going to run, or I'm going to work out, or I'm going to, you know, take a bath. I'm going to engage with my body and get out of my head. That King of Pentacles is also wonderful for that. Like, get grounded, think about yourself for a while. Think about nourishing yourself, as they said. And like they also said, it's kind of a fake it till you make it situation. It's okay if you're not feeling at your tip top, but you are still damn magical. Okay, so let's see. What's going on in your heart, Aries? What's going on in the heart of Aries in September 2017? Ooh, some nice reunions. And for some of you, because again, these are general readings, Aries, and if you would like a personal reading, you can always click the link below. It links right to my shop if you'd like to book a reading. And I say that because I know that it is kind of a touchy topic to say some of you could be having reunions with people from the past. But I do feel like there are some significant conversations with people that you have a lot of feelings for, have a lot of love for, and you're a very loving, open soul, Aries. And for some of you, this is a bit of nostalgia, especially lined up with that Three of Swords. For some of you, it's like all you can kind of think about is the past and how someone used to make you feel. And maybe there's a little bit of a desire to put that person and those memories on yourself like a balm. But the reality is, looking at the story of your month for, and again, general readings, Aries, so if that doesn't resonate, that's totally okay. But for those of you for whom it does resonate, Spirit did show in the reading before, there is something on the other side when you walk away from somebody or something that really isn't nourishing you. So if you keep going back to this memory, and it is just a memory because, you know, this person or this thing isn't coming back, know that you're going to be okay, and that when you're ready, you can turn and move towards something new. Clean slate. And finally, Aries, let's see what's lighting you up this month. What's going on in the spiritual and creative aspect for you this month? Your element, the passion and intuition. Wow. Powerful. Two kings lined up together. You like being a ruler, don't you, Aries? You like ruling the roost. Embrace your creativity. You came in as the Queen of Wands before, so there's that King of Wands, like, and a beautiful corresponder. And again, like, I am always like, oh gosh, hesitant to say things about love because I know they're so exciting, but whenever I get a queen and a king of the same suit in a reading, it gives me a lot of wonderful hope for people to find a wonderful match of whatever gender, because again, court cards, it doesn't matter at all. A partner, an equitable, happy, harmonious relationship. There's somebody who has your vibe. And court cards are also meant for us to invoke those qualities in ourselves. So again, Spirit is saying, take the lead. Take the lead. Get into your body. Use your creativity. So again, the same way that they were, you know, if you're feeling a little bit down ever, if sad thoughts are on your mind or nostalgic thoughts, get it out in your creativity too. Maybe you don't want to go for a run. Maybe you want to pull out a canvas and paint, or pull out an instrument and sing, or just dance. Don't forget how powerful you are, Aries, and that just because you don't always know exactly what you're doing, it doesn't make you any less masterful. And as a matter of fact, sometimes it's right when we feel like we have no idea where we're going that that eureka moment strikes. And I feel that for some of you, that is the case in September. So stay open, stay brave. Life is a roller coaster. You can either throw your arms in the air and like enjoy it and shriek, or you can shut your eyes tight and grip and pray that it ends. So be who you are. Be your courageous, fiery self, and throw your arms in the air, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful September. I hope this is helpful, and please, of course, let me know what you think. You can find me on social media. Check out my website for more horoscopes and tarot readings and other stuff. All that stuff is linked below, and I really appreciate you joining me, Aries. See you again. Bye.